Oh, wait up, girl. Wait up. Look at, wait up. Come on now.
You came to see me?
Like Diddy, Jay-Z's sexual preference is peculiar to say the least. Well, Jay-Z 100% is a cold, right? He likes to watch his woman, Beyoncé, with other men.
As a close friend of Jay-Z, what was your reaction to him opening up about his infidelities? Were you surprised?
No.
That he put it out there?
No, I wasn't.
No.
I was surprised about Lemonade, but I wasn't surprised about...
You were.
In Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce.
When 50 Cent dropped his Diddy doc, The Reckoning, last year, Jay-Z and Beyonce thought they were safe because 50 didn't mention them. But you already know, 50 man plays chess, not checkers. And now some new reports surfaced, claiming that 50 is working on a whole new exposé about the Carters. And based on what insiders are saying, this one will be even messier than the Diddy doc. Allegedly, 50 got his hands on some incriminating tapes of Beyonce with other men at Diddy parties. And now industry sources are saying this actually makes sense because supposedly Jay has this thing about watching Beyonce with other men, the same way Diddy made Cassie sleep with freak-off workers. Now, 50 Cent already proved he wasn't playing when he put together The Reckoning for Netflix. And if you remember, after The Reckoning dropped, 50 posted about Jay popping up in those Jeffrey files, and he said he might have to do a whole separate doc on that. And here's where it gets really interesting. It's being rumored that Jay-Z's lawyers allegedly reached out to 50 behind closed doors, trying to cut some kind of deal. And apparently, they basically offered up Beyonce as a sacrifice. The rumor going around is that Jay's people told 50 he could run with whatever he wanted about Beyonce and those alleged Diddy tapes, as long as he agreed to leave the Jeffrey stuff out of it. Essentially, they were trying to bargain their way out of the more damaging conversation about Jay-Z by throwing Beyonce into the fire. Now, whether that's true or not, and if 50 really does have receipts on both fronts, it's hard to imagine him agreeing to any deal that limits what he can expose. That's just not how he operates. Because you know 50 doesn't forget, and he definitely doesn't forgive. He's still mad about Jay trying to block him from performing at the Super Bowl, and he's been loud about it for years now. He literally said Jay was doing slick-ish behind the scenes, telling the NFL the issue was with him, when really it was Jay trying to stop his bag. And you know that's the ultimate sin to 50, messing with his money.
Look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. Mm-hmm. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue?
So now, some sources close to 50 are saying he's been collecting information and receipts on the Carters for years. And allegedly, he managed to get his hands on some tapes involving Beyonce at the Diddy parties. Remember, 50 said it himself that he's got more footage from the Diddy doc that he might release in part 2.
Now, because this is a lot of the personal footage of Diddy. It shocked a lot of people. And I know, 50, the way you run, this cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that you just have not shown?
Yeah, well, everything couldn't make the. It was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things. Like even in an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
To add to it, but we had to cut it down so it could.
For time. So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a number 2. Season 2?
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it. I love it. And with everything that was out and all of these people that were coming forward, have there been any new tips that you've gotten since it has been released?
Well, yeah, everyone starts to feel a little more comfortable when they see other people telling their truth about it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got to be something on YouTube coming.
So just imagine what 50's got on Jay-Z. Now that Diddy has been destroyed, Jay is probably on top of the list of 50's enemies, and the revenge era never stops for Curtis. He's been carrying this grudge for years, and now that he's got the momentum and apparently the footage, he's ready to make sure Jay's legacy takes a hit. It's messy, it's petty, but honestly, after all those allegations we heard about Jay-Z and Beyonce, it's hard to feel sorry for them.
Is Beyonce a reflection of her husband, like you all alluded that Nicki is a reflection of her husband? Keep in mind, Kenneth Petty was 16 when he made the decision that he made. Jay-Z is an adult who has been making a slew of decisions regarding other people. harmful ones at that.
All right, so first, let's talk about what's on these alleged tapes of Beyoncé at Diddy parties. So I mentioned at the start how there are rumors that Jay-Z is into watching Beyoncé with other men. But this isn't just gossip from social media. This actually came from Rihanna's former publicist, Jonathan Hay, who claimed that it's an open industry secret that Jay-Z is bisexual and that his preference in the bedroom is watching other men sleep with Beyoncé.
Like Diddy, Jay-Z's preference is peculiar to say the least.
And that's another thing. In the last interview, you said that Jay-Z was bi, and that you were 100% sure that he was.
Correct.
How do you know this?
I know it from being around, and without saying, the name of the people, because I know a lot of people don't want to be involved in these type of things because they've moved on in their lives or they have families and everything else. But I was there and I witnessed some very, questionable behavior for sure.
Did you hear anything of that sort, like of Jay-Z having similar behavior to Diddy in the sense that, he would let his woman be recorded with other men or stuff like that?
Well, Jay-Z 100% is a cold, right? He likes to watch his woman, Beyoncé, with other men.
What's interesting is that this is exactly what Diddy was into. Diddy is also bisexual, and Cassie revealed in her lawsuit that he would get off on watching and recording her with other men. Sometimes, Diddy wouldn't even sleep with Cassie. He preferred to sit in the corner and watch these FO workers do to Cassie whatever he ordered them. But that was just the tip of the iceberg of Diddy's depravity. One escort, Clayton Howard, claimed that Diddy physically collected his bodily fluid, the white stuff, in a cup for approximately a year. And allegedly, Diddy would rub other men's fluids all over his body after they were done with Cassie. Now, I'm not claiming Jay-Z was into this exact same thing, but we do know that Jay and Diddy were very close for years. Jay wants to deny it now, but the receipts are out there. Diddy even once said that Jay was like family, and his strategist, the first person he calls when he's in trouble.
Give it up for Jay-Z, yo! Hey, yo, check this out. Hey, yo, Hov, man. Hey, yo, Hov is doing a lot of things, man. Most importantly, he had a recital that he has to be at the floor. But I reached out to him, and I told him that this right here was important. Bad Boy celebrating 20 years of hits. And this is extended family. You've been there with me through my ups and downs. Whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call. It's my strategist right here. This is my brother.
And then remember when Diddy said Jay was the only one besides his mother who was allowed to call him by his government name.
Who is Sean approved from the world of entertainment?
There's only one person.
Oh, go on.
And I call him Sean. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody else could call me Sean.
He's the only person who's Sean approved.
There's not a single person that
outside of family.
That should be outside of my mother.
Okay,
They should be calling me Sean.
So clearly, this wasn't some casual friendship. Jay-Z and Diddy were close since the 90s, and for someone as powerful and connected as Jay, it's really hard to believe he had no idea about those freak-offs Diddy threw. And if he knew about them and said nothing, it means he was either protecting his friend or he didn't want his own bedroom secrets to get exposed. Now, speaking of Jay-Z's bedroom secrets, it's been rumored for years that men are his real preference, and that he only stays with Beyoncé because he benefits him financially and professionally from that marriage. 50 actually talked about this before, and he pointed out that Jay only started getting Grammys back-to-back after he married Beyoncé.
In Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyoncé is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyoncé. And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like, they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them the things they're with.
Now, when it comes to those rumors about Jay being into men, this is something that Jay's PR team allegedly worked really hard to suppress. But you already know the internet never forgets.
I look and I go, oh, that should be homie, right? So you image yourself after a gay painter. The big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
So back in the day, Jay-Z was actually rumored to be in a relationship with male model turned football player Larry Johnson, and they reportedly even lived together for some time. Now, a lot of details about Jay and Larry's relationship have been scrubbed from the internet. However, there's one article from 2009 posted on the 97.9 The Beat website, where an anonymous tipster told the outlet that Jay and Larry were living together in the Trump Tower, and apparently Beyoncé was nowhere to be seen. The tipster, who worked at the Trump Tower at the time, said, "I'm writing you to ask a question. I work in the building where Jay-Z lives, Trump Tower, and though he and B are together, I've never seen her in his building. But what's strange to me, I see Larry Johnson all the time. In fact, he lives with Jay-Z. The other night they attended Cav and Nets games. When did they become so close? And why is Larry living with Jay? I have some video footage from my phone of them together in the building. Is Jay gay?" But probably the biggest clue about Jay's rumored lifestyle came from his former friend Jazzo, who claimed that, much like Diddy, Jay performed intimate acts on his higher-ups to get where he is. Of course, this interview with Jazzo was also scrubbed from the net. However, it was posted on Lipstick Alley back in 2009, and judging by the comments, fans believe Jazzo was telling the truth. But that's not all. One of the forum users also shared what Wendy Williams predicted this way back in 2008, when she announced she was launching her own talk show. According to one Lipstick Alley user, Wendy reportedly said this: "Beyoncé will cheat on Jay-Z. Beyoncé is getting tired of Jay. Not enough to leave him, because even she realizes the cash camel that Jay is, but enough to let a backup dancer or a hot upcoming one-hit wonder blow her back out. The first ever gay X-tape featuring two prominent hip-hop artists will surface. It's only a matter of time." A lot of artists almost got pulled out of the closet kicking and screaming in 2007. Do you not think one of these ecstasy-induced idiots is stupid enough to tape a "how you doing" encounter? Wait and see. Again, this was 2008. It's crazy how ahead of the curve Wendy was. So this speculation about Jay has been around for decades. I mean, he even brought another man with him on his first date with Beyoncé. Jay admits this on his song 713, where he raps, "You came back, I let you set the date, Nobu on the plate, I brought my dude to play it cool." What's weird is that Jay reportedly chased Beyoncé for a minute until she caved in and said yes. So why would he then bring another man on their first date? Besides that, many fans have also questioned the way Jay-Z treats Beyoncé. We all know about the cheating, but the Beehive also noticed how Jay rarely shows Beyoncé genuine affection in public. And even when she gushes about him in front of the whole world, he rarely reciprocates. Remember when Beyoncé called Jay "my beautiful husband" at the Grammys? And then next year he referred to her as "this young lady"?
Today, my beautiful husband, my beautiful 3 children who are at home watching.
You know, it's music and it's opinion based. I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year.
Like, have we ever heard Jay say "my wife"? Does he ever praise her for who she is as a person, or only when it comes to her work and awards? This is what 50 Cent meant when he said Jay benefits from staying married to Beyoncé. In fact, 50 said it was the most important contract Jay ever signed.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
This guy. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
But then the rumors got darker when some industry insiders alleged Jay is keeping Beyoncé hooked on substances so he can control her. Beyoncé's bodyguard, Uncle Ron, who recently passed from pneumonia, was one of the people who made this claim. And he said that Jay has been keeping Beyoncé hooked on something for a long time.
Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
And these rumors got even louder after videos started surfacing of Beyoncé acting weird in public, like she was on something. Remember that time at a Brooklyn Nets game when Beyoncé was swaying back and forth with no music playing?
To know what Brooklyn could become, and he played an important role in the renaissance of our thriving world. In addition, Brett was a key player in helping to found the team's future HSS training center, location in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Brett also gives back to the community as the founder of Brooklyn 1834, which provides a forum for the world.
And then more recently, this video surfaced, showing Beyoncé and Jay-Z leaving a pre-Grammys party, and Beyoncé looked completely out of it. And then Jay seemed really nervous about the paparazzi, like he was really scared they would take a photo of Beyoncé in that state.
Chill out.
Sorry, Jay-Z. Sorry.
Security, though, from his dinner. I'm ready to take all the books.
So with everything that's come out about Jay over the years, those comments from Rihanna's publicist about Jay having a thing for watching his wife with other men don't sound so crazy after all. And if 50 actually has footage to back this up, his Carter documentary could end up being the biggest industry scandal in decades. But I want to hear from you now. Do you think Jay shares Diddy's same bedroom preferences behind closed doors? And what about 50? Is his revenge tour justified? Or is he just being petty at this point? Drop your comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.